April 3rd, 2010. You'll search for the identity of the entity referred to as Tracy Marie Erickson. Tracy Marie Erickson.
We have this.
You'll search for significant crossing of paths with this one referred to as Tracy Marie Erickson, and that one referred to as Leslie Palm Burgett, B-U-R-G-E-T-T, Burgett. And relate that significant crossing of paths.
We see both in similar form to the present, both female. Where we see for these ones to have been friends. We see this to be in the eastern portion of the United States, in the state of Ohio. We see for these ones to have come from England, immigrated from England to the United States. We see for these ones to have been adventurous and to have come as young women with their families. We see for them to have met up on the East Coast. And when these ones did mature to the age of adolescence, we see these ones to have left the family and to have traveled west to Ohio together. We see for these ones to have been dependent upon each other, for these ones to have clung to each other. For once these ones did move past the thought that this was a great adventure, and these ones wanted to become independent of the families, we see that these ones did realize how at times dangerous this could be, how frightening at times, and these ones relied upon each other for courage and strength. We see for the one of Tracy to have had many ideas and did encourage the one of Leslie. We see for her to be a stable force in the life of Leslie. We see for the one of Leslie to have had to have gone along with the one of Tracy, because this one did trust the one of Tracy so completely and knew that whatever Tracy did initiate, this one would be loyal and true to that ideal. We see for the one of Tracy to have realized soon after these ones did leave that this one had gotten in over her head. And this one did not know how this one would survive or live. However, these ones did have a destination. We see for the one of Leslie to have had doubts. However, this one did not convey those doubts to the one of Tracy. For this one wanted the strength of Tracy to remain. We see for these ones to have traveled to Ohio and to have gone into a town and did seek to gain employment. We see the one of Tracy and did work in a store, a general store. This one had capability with numbers and was friendly and open and did work as a clerk within a store. As this land area was becoming rich with people moving into this area, we see that this one was very capable and did help the store owners very much. We see for the one of Leslie to have been at first to do laundry as a way to raise funds. However, this one was also very creative, and then this one did begin to work in a millinery shop and to sew clothing and to make hats. We see that the one of Leslie did enjoy this type of work and did appreciate the creativity, did sell some of her hats to the store, and so the one of Tracy did encourage the ladies to buy hats, and these ones supported each other in this regard. We see for the one of Tracy to eventually have learned to manage the store when the owners did reach an age where they no longer wanted to be so active, and this one did become the manager of the store. The store became very prosperous as well under this one's guidance. We see for the one of Leslie to have been very feminine in this one's thoughts. And this one did not imagine how this one could manage or lead in such a fashion, and did respect and admire that in Tracy. We see that this one, however, did take over the millinery shop and did then learn about finances, about running a shop, and did cause this to be quite successful as well. This one was well known for her beautiful creations. The one of Leslie did teach others, young ladies, to engage in this as well. We see for both of these to have married. We see for the one of Tracy to have married a male who was quite idolized the one of Tracy. We see for the one of the male to have considered the self less strong than the one of Tracy. However, the one of Tracy was patient and did love the one of the male. This one did not have as much respect as the one of the male had hoped. We see that eventually the one of the male did become a teacher within his school, and this one of the male did come to respect this oneself, and the one of Tracy did also. We see for the one of Leslie to have married a very strong but kind male in this environment, in this lifetime, and they did have a very harmonious and equal relationship. This Tracy admired very greatly. We see that there was much love, much communication, and patience within the friendship, and many ways in which each one supported the other. We see for this lifetime, this relationship to have continued throughout this lifetime. We see for both to have had children. We see for Leslie to have been a very devoted parent and engaged with the children. We see for Tracy to have been slightly more distant from the children, for the business to take most of this one's attention. We see for the husband to have been more engaged with the children in this marriage. We see for this time period to be that of 1800s, early 1800s. We see for the one of Tracy to have been referred to as Angela Goddard. We see for the one of Leslie to have been referred to as Elizabeth Robertson. This is all.
Yes, what understandings do we build in that lifetime?
On the part of Leslie, this would be courage. The courage to take steps and move forward in this one's own growth and development. For the one of Tracy, this would be leadership. This is all.
Very well. What would be the significance of that lifetime to the present lifetime for these two entities?
Once again, there's a bond of friendship and love that exists. We see that the one of Leslie is gaining strength in this one's self, and this one does look to and rely upon the one of Tracy for guidance, leadership, encouragement in this endeavor. The one of Tracy is very encouraging and does aid the one of Leslie to take steps in her growth. We see for the one of Tracy to appreciate the love and loyalty the one of Leslie does give, and this is a kindness and a softening then that is produced within the one of Tracy for others, because this one sees this in the one of Leslie. We see that Tracy is very stimulated to be like Leslie in certain ways, and Leslie is very stimulated to be like Tracy in certain ways as well. We see that these ones offer each other that type of support for self-growth. I would suggest that each of them realize that what they receive from the one or the other and what they give to the one or the other can be employed in other areas of the life, where we see that there tends to be an honesty and openness and a sharing that is restricted to these two, where indeed what is built or what is created in this relationship can be extended to many other people. For Tracy, this would be extending the unconditional love and support to others in this one's environment, the sense of openness and honesty and sharing of the self. We see that as well Leslie could offer this to others and to be more forthcoming in sharing this one's self, so that this one will give the many understandings that she has to enrich the lives of others, much as this one did enrich and actively engage in the lives of the children in the past lifetime related. Would suggest that the one of Leslie teach in some fashion to give the self, for this one does have creativity and the desire to aid others in this regard. Would suggest that the one of Tracy embrace the strength within the self and offer leadership generously and unconditionally to others in this one's environment. This is all.
They ask, what does Leslie offer Tracy?
This has been given.
What does Tracy offer Leslie?
This has been given.
How can these two aid each other in their spiritual growth and development?
I would suggest that there be a spiritual practice, perhaps involvement in a church, or if it were outside of a church, in prayer, to pray together, to meditate together, to embrace volunteering in some fashion, to talk about the Creator. There are many ways that these ones could practice a spiritual connection. This is all.
How can the one of Leslie aid the one of Tracy in bringing out her leadership qualities?
This would be in loving unconditionally. For we see that Leslie does have this capacity to embrace and love people of all kinds. Wherever they are, there is an acceptance within this one, and then have a desire and an urge to see them grow for their own benefit. And the one of Leslie does put aside the ego in these endeavors. And this would aid the one of Tracy, who at times does make judgments upon others, to embrace and love others in such a fashion and aid them to grow wherever they are, as well as presenting truth. This is all.
How can the one of Tracy aid the one of Leslie in bringing out her creativity?
We'll suggest that Tracy does this by communicating how wonderful this one does think the creations of Leslie are. However, this one could also aid by providing a perspective because of Tracy's clear vision, then offer ways to add to or improve or extend or expand, as this one did with the millenary in the past lifetime related, how this one did encourage the one of Leslie to expand. To encourage the one of Leslie also to realize this one's intelligence, for Leslie does doubt this one's own intelligence at times. This is all.
Any further suggestions for these two entities' soul growth and spiritual development?
No.